Okay, hello everyone. We're starting a new streaming here again with a brand new game of Dominions 5. This is going to be an interesting game. I am playing as Lemuria, who is a very unusual um, unit composition and just entire strategy. I also decided to mix it up with my god, who if you look at my names here, I have gone with something unusual that I will show you in a second. Now, I've actually logged on already to take a look and started my first turn before I decided I was going to stream this. So I've already done some setup, but I'm going to just explain what I'm going to do. So we're playing here on a pre-made map that I found that is the right size after a disastrous multiplayer game of vastly too large a map. This is a 6-player game. So we're playing 5 other players, one other of whom is also going to be streaming the game. Most all of us are pretty inexperienced. I played a bunch of single player games, and I played one competitive, semi-competitive multiplayer game that I got wiped out fairly early in it after I misunderstood a rule and made a much too early play for victory. But this is a friendly game. None of us here are very experienced. Now, so as you can see, I am playing Lemuria. And the thing about Lemuria is that Lemuria cannot recruit units. There are no base units that Lemuria can recruit. I have indies and what I can summon and what I get for free. And that is it. And what I get for free are ghosts, who are inherently fairly weak units, except that they are ethereal. The other thing about Lemuria is that any place I have my dominion, I kill the population and turn them to corpses and more ghosts. So eventually, everywhere I have dominion over will be lifeless. I am in fact here to turn the entire world to dust. But we're going to have fun doing it. So, I start with with a centurion and the thaumaturge. And the thaumaturge is my own, and summoning is my only way to get leaders. I have no recruitable leaders, and I can get a few weak free leaders if I'm very lucky, but just on free spawned. But I get most of my ones are going to be recruited using rituals. And right now, this guy can't actually afford. He doesn't have the death to recruit my good ones, and I can't afford him anyway. So in fact, what I'm having him do is call spirits to get some ghosts to come join me. Specifically, he's going to call an apparition, which are great because they cause fear. And fear is how I win battles. I have played with this setup before once in a single player game and tested out. But here is my god, or my gods, because I have gone with the Titans of the Crossroads. This is a Trinity god where there's 3 of them. Each of them is individually less powerful than normal god. You'll see that their magic scales are just expected from a really good mage, not what you'd expect from a god. But I get 3 of them at once. Okay? But if they ever separate, they get even weaker. But this is a huge deal for me for a couple of reasons. First, because I am limited by my mages to summon more mages. I can't recruit mages in any way or leaders of any kind. Okay? And so having 3 gives me more opportunity. Secondly, I need to expand fast because I need cash. Because I need cash to start putting down forts, which is the only way I get my good free units of forts, temples, and labs. So I need somebody that can expand for me, but won't be useless later on because, like I said, I'm going to be very short of leaders throughout the game probably. This covers both because I can send all 3 out to conquer. And these are actually pretty good conquers, even though they don't have any armor. What I'm doing is on turn 1, if I did already have Alteration 1, I would research at turn 1 to get Bark Skin. And now I'm going to research Enchantment and hopefully get up to level 2. Okay, when I can cast some very nice spells. Personal regeneration in specific. That'll make them good expanders on 3 of them together. Also, it helps that one of them has an awesome weapon, the Banefire Torch, that affects an entire area, so it can hit an entire group of enemies at once. But this turn, they're going to just research because I need to get that started, and also I have no idea what's around me, so I'm not going to throw them blindly into a fight. I'm not too happy with where I start out. This could actually be a problem. So I am here in kind of a cul-de-sac. I've got a throne into one direction. I've got this place up here, which, by the way, this map, when you see a town, it really matters. It is in fact a highly populated area, unlike random maps where you just never know what it looks like on the map, what it actually is populated with. And here, but this way out and this way are my only ways out, and this is over a mountain. So I need to break out. And if I get a bad random roll, like if there's some really strong independence here, I could be in trouble. The only saving grace is that I do have a strong leader I can summon who can help me conquer a tough spot. But that would slow me down significantly. I mean, I can't summon him until at least turn 3. And doing that would mean that I haven't sent out my Titans, because they're the only ones who can summon them. This guy only has Death 2, so he's limited in what he could summon. So that's it for this turn. My long-term plans are simply to expand fast and far as I can, drop lots of temples and forts, and get in a good position because I need to build up numbers. My units, well, ethereal or otherwise terrible, so I need numbers. And I can't recruit. I can't choose to recruit more. I just get the amount I get based on the number of forts I have, and that's it. Only thing I can do to get more is to use priests. I am really hoping to find some indie priests or some other indie that I can recruit and put my money to work getting me it, instead of spending my death gems. I also, to anybody who is in this game who's listening, in the market to buy astral gems and death gems. I will pay money for astral or death gems. Give me an offer. You know, I'm happy to pay 25 gold per gem to pick them up. I make a good death gem income because of my thing here, but I'm totally dependent on the death gem income to summon leaders. So I'm happy, and I want my astral income for items. So anybody who's looking to trade, I'm happy to buy them. I'll even buy nature if you've got them. And in the long term, I'm happy to buy pretty much any gem. All right. Well, this is it. Not much happening this turn, obviously. I'm not going to throw myself blindly into fights. So I am setting up with my research to make sure I get my level 1 of enchantment so I can at least summon some skeletons in combat. Setting up my prophet. This guy's a pretty good fighter, by the way. I'm not my best, but ethereal and cold lets him do decent. Cold and fear makes him decent in combat with units that he can frighten away. So I should be doing very well expanding. If I'm not outpacing the other players in expansion early on, I've got serious problems. So that's it for tonight.